everyone? It's your boy Ghostly159, and today I am going to be doing a little bit of a different video, honestly. Now, on this channel, we've never done a unboxing video. On my other channels, we have before, but on this channel, it's a new thing. We've never done it before. I've honestly not done an unboxing video probably for, shit, I want to say at least 10 years, you know. It's been a long time, but also I know I look like shit. I know I do. But hey, this is as raw as you're gonna get it. We keep it real over here, so either way, let's get started here. Firstly, now I want to preference this. I actually did already open this game up. It's Dragon's Dogma 2. Now, the reason why I had to open this up is because the game was not. It was loose. It was in the case, rattling around, like when they shipped it to me. So by the time it got here, it was popped out, in like laying right here, and the disc was just scratched up. So I was like, well, let me fix that real quick before I, move it around anymore. And find out that this game, it's not the only one in this fucking package that's like that. Okay, so we're gonna get to the other ones that's like that, and you're going to be very surprised how many fucking games in this package is literally loose in the case. Now, I'm going to talk about it a little bit more here in a second, but let's just get this show on the road. Also, I know people's going to be like, oh, Dragon's Dogma shit. Yeah, I got it. I'm going to give it a fair chance. I'm going to give it a try. I'm probably not going to like it, but I'm at least going to give it a chance, you know. I need some new RPGs, and honestly, it's alright. Anyways, automatically I can tell this is loose in the case. Dragon's Dogma 1. Now, I'm going to quickly open this up because I gotta fix it. Use trusty old little knife here. Let's get this freaking open up. Like, I am so pissed off that I just keep getting sent these copies. Like, the people who are selling these copies of these games know that it's loose. Like, you can hear it when you pick it up. It's not like it's something that, oh, well, it's in plastic and I couldn't hear it. No, you knew it was like that. You just sold me that on purpose, I get, oh, but it's still new and brr, brr, brr. It's like, I don't buy new games to end up getting these scratched up games by the time they get here. Like, no. Alright, knife up for a second here, and see where it's at. I think it's, yep, there it is. Alright, look what we got here, boys. Got a scratched up disc, probably. And actually, I'm going to use this phone here to put the light to it and do the little light test to see if it is actually scratched up, and oh boy. Yep. There is a lot of scratches, guys. There is a lot. Holy shit. I'll be surprised if this game even runs. Now, I actually did a negative review for the Dragon's Dogma 2 game, for the game being loose in the case, and, of course, the seller never got back with me and never apologized even for it. I was hoping at least they could make it up and send me another copy that's not loose in the fucking case, but it's whatever. And, some of them might use the excuse, oh, well, it just popped out. It just popped out when I shipped it, man. They get a little rough and ship it, and, oh. No, that's not how it works. You sent me this, like this, okay? I don't care. Moving on, another loose game in the case. Again, I would be making a bigger deal about these games and be talking about them and shit, but right now I'm just disappointed that I'm receiving these scratched up fucking games. I'm not going to try to move around too much here until I actually open it, but Expedition 33. Very excited about this game. Hopefully it'll fucking run after I get it properly popped into the case, so it ain't just getting fucking scratched up. I'm sorry, but man, if the game ends up coming to you like this and it's all scratched up and everything, I personally think you should just be able to get a refund for it, or at least a new copy, another copy. And some of these games were actually sent by Amazon, so it's like, I don't understand, you know, if they don't respond to me, which I am going to leave some reviews, and hopefully Amazon will get back with me on that. Oh, okay. Wait. The hell? Okay, well, it was like literally not on the other side of the case, but let's take a look at this one. Let's just take a look. Oh. I mean, okay. This one's got 2 little scratches, but I mean, other than that, it's not too bad. Again, I bought it new. It shouldn't come with scratches, but, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, I don't know if you guys remember the story I told. I think it was on the Real Gamers podcast, but I actually talked about receiving a game from GameStop. And I actually still have the case to this day. Bought it brand new in the store, didn't think anything of it, got it home, and the fucking, like, this thing was broken, so the game was just loose in the case, and, I mean, I still kept the case, but the game had to be put in, like, a separate case, and I'm just like, fuck you. Anyways, moving on, I think this is the last game that's actually loose in the case from what I hear, unless if it's because of the certain edition I got. Now, I want to preference this. I usually don't buy Steelbook editions of certain games, and, you know, I do love this series, so, I mean, I would have bought it probably anyways, but the regular edition was only $2 cheaper, so I technically only paid $2 extra to get a steel case, so I really don't think that was a bad deal at all. I'm going to show you something here in a second, guys, because I know you guys would be flipping out saying that I'm going against my morals on this game. But I want to show you something. But first, let me get this open, because again, I hear the disc and it sounds like it's loose. It sounds like it's moving around, getting scratched up. So let me try to hurry up and get this out first. While I'm getting this plastic off, I just want to say that if I do these unboxing videos more regularly, I'm going to do like the most cheaper side of things, or like games that may not be as interesting first. And as I work my way up, we're getting to the more interesting physical releases. They might be more rare. You might not even know certain physical copies exist that I order, or just really expensive ones. So towards the end of this video, there is going to be a super insane, not only from just being like super cool physical release, but it's also very expensive, and I paid way more than I should have. And Spectral, you know, I took him a million guesses, but he finally guessed it before it came, so at least he guessed it right, even though he had to guess like 1,000 times. So, okay, we got this plastic off, and now let me just take this out. Oh my goodness, the steelbook is just beautiful, but let's get this. Yep, okay, it's loose from the case. Oh man, and the thing is, I think, the more I think about it, it might be like the factories producing these physical games, because like this one's a steelbook edition, right? So it should not easily just pop out of place like that. Should not. We're going to take a look at this real quick. Again, I know people probably don't do this, but as Ghostly159 is, I always do this in my games, just seeing what's up, especially when they're loose out of their case like this. One little scratch, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 little scratches on that. Again, I know games are going to eventually get scratched up and all that, but not from out of the box, okay? Just not. Before I put this actually in, I'm going to showcase this real quick. I think the steelbook is beautiful, okay? And I don't usually get steelbooks. Like, matter of fact, I think I might own less than 20 steelbooks in my entire physical collection, so if that tells you how much I really don't get physical steelbooks like that. Oh, that is a piece of plastic, huh? I mean, it's a very tiny piece. Oh, I see where it's at. Okay, the case like had a little piece of plastic as excess plastic. Sorry. So from the front here, you got. I don't know if that's a main character or if that's supposed to be the player character, but it is. On the back here, you got the logo. Very shiny, very nice. I like the color to it. Probably won't pick it up too much on the camera. And then the inside is honestly a lot better than the outside. You got like this lava background looking thing with some plants and shit. Alright, I'm going to put this in the case now so I can move on to the next game. Also, right where we're at it, if you're still watching this video, which I know it's boring as hell, if you're still watching it and you are enjoying this and you want to see more unboxing videos, then make sure to let me know in the comments, because I don't know if you guys want to see more of this or not, I'll be honest. Also, I want to point out something here, because some of you guys who may not be the best physical collectors or just may not be informed as good may be thinking something right now when you've seen this case. There is a thing, oh, right there. It's not going to show very good, is it? Well, anyways, it basically says Internet and PlayStation Plus required, okay? But right beside it says online multiplayer. So that does not mean this is, live service bullshit. It just means that it simply needs Internet and PlayStation Plus to play with other people. So, there's that. Moving on, I think that was the last game that was actually loose in the case. I might be wrong, but we'll see. This is another example of a game. You'll see right there in the corner. Oh, you see right there in the corner. Online required, but it does say for online multiplayer. Because originally I actually was going to get this when it launched, because it was made by the creators of Nioh, and it essentially, from what I've heard, it's literally just Nioh gameplay with like Assassin's Creed mixed together, and like graphically the game's nothing to write home about, but Nioh games has never been known for graphics. And it just sounded like the best version of Nioh, like, no monsters or anything, just like human enemies to fight, different RPG choices and shit, and all that good stuff. So, very excited about this one. Again, nothing's loose in the case. I'm not going to open this one up. Moving on. This is an obvious one, no-brainer. Finally got this fucking thing. Jesus Christ, I have waited so fucking long to play this game. And as soon as I get done with this recording, you bet your ass I'm going to be downloading it. I'm going to be playing it. Resident Evil 9. I am so excited. Probably my most anticipated game of the year. Might be more excited for this than I am GTA 6, to be totally honest. I mean, maybe that's just because I'm worried about fucking GTA 6 being live service or digital only at launch, but, oh, I was mistaken. Okay, let me open this up real quick before I show off the case and shit. Guys, that's ridiculous. I mean, let's look here for a second. So we got 5 games in total out of this package so far that has been loose in the case. Scratched up on delivery. Like, guys, I really, I don't know. Like, this is becoming a problem, and I don't know, like I said, I don't know if, well, I think it has to be, like, a manufacturing problem, so, like, the machine that pops the game into place is just not working properly, and, it just seems like things are getting, like, people are getting lazier and lazier with these physical copies, and, like, you can kind of tell, because, like, before I used to order games back in the day, I never got games, like, loose from the case, and if I did, it was, like, maybe 1 in, like, 1,000 chance, okay? And I've gotten so many games loose in the case over the past couple of years, it is ridiculous. Okay, there we go. See if I can get this real quick. We're going to take a look at it real quick. Inform you guys how scratched up it is, so that way, you guys will know. Holy fucking shit. Oh yeah, that is fucking scratched to hell. Like, I might honestly not even, like, I'm gonna see if you guys can see this. See if I can, I don't know if you guys can or can't. See all that right there on the bottom? That is scratched up to hell. It's like literally right there, if you guys can see. Like, I mean, it's fucked. It is fucked. Yeah, you guys gotta do better, man. You guys gotta do better. Like, this is fucking ridiculous. I mean, we're paying $70 plus tax for this shit just to end up scratched like that. Like, what's the point of me buying this new when it's gonna come scratched up when I could just go to my local game store and get the game for 40 used, probably in better condition at this point. Like, it's fucking ridiculous. Like, you guys need to do better. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'm losing my patience at this point, and I'm honestly very disappointed. I'm very, very fucking disappointed. Alright, got Borderlands 4. It's not losing the case, thankfully, like it shouldn't, or should be. What can I say? It's Borderlands 4. Really excited to play that. Kind of reminded me of Destiny, and I love Borderlands games, but I've never played them for the whole, like, comedy thing, you know. I like the comedy every once in a while, but sometimes it's a little overdone. I'm there kind of just for the looter-shooter gameplay, and I always thought, you know, if Borderlands kind of had a more serious tone, which I think Borderlands 2 did a good job on the serious tone, but, you know, the other ones kind of took it a little too far, I guess. This, nobody's probably going to care about. I probably should have done this first. Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Season 3. Honestly, I have been so behind on the Walking Dead spinoffs, it's not even funny, so it's probably going to be a while before I get to that. Here's another game I'm very excited for. I am just really excited for. This will be my technically first Final Fantasy game that I actually bought, okay? Because I know a lot of people will be like, oh, well, you played Final Fantasy 16, the demo. I didn't buy it. So this is like my first Final Fantasy game, Final Fantasy Tactics, and I am so excited to play this. So excited. Now we're going to get down to the last 3 games here. All 3 of these games are fucking juicy, okay? One of them is not so rare necessarily, but... And it was expensive though, but... It's very cool. And I'm going to show you guys this. And honestly, if you guys want to, if you guys haven't bought this game already, I would recommend buying this version of this game because nobody knows about it, but I recently found out about it and I am so excited. So now, this is what I'm talking about here. This is actually Warhammer 40k Space Marines 2. And, you know, I didn't buy it when released. I wasn't very interested in it. It seemed like a live service game, and I actually heard some things about it when it released, like, I think I heard something about the whole, like, you couldn't unlock anything offline, there was no bots or something, you could only do, like, so much content offline, and all this other shit, and I was just like, I'm not buying that. No thank you. And it was actually made by one of my most, like, favorite underrated studios, which is Saber Interactive. The people behind World War Z. So this game is basically World War Z, but with fucking Warhammer shit. But essentially this edition is, like, updated on the disc. Now, there is a code inside this, but I will get into that in a second. So let's just open this up. Now, this did actually, like, regular price, it would have been $100, okay? But I got it for $70, which was actually the launch price, I believe, of the original release, which I was just like, hell yes. And oh my god, guys, I don't know if Saber Interactive is behind this or if some other, you know, company made the decision to do this, but when I buy a Steelbook edition, I don't want just the Steelbook, okay? I want a regular game case too. And not only do I get a regular game or a Steelbook edition case, but I also get the game case. Guys, you are great. You guys are fucking fantastic. This edition right here, make sure you guys don't go get the Warhammer 40k Gold Edition. Make sure it's the Ultimate. I think it's like fucking upside down for you guys, but the Ultimate Edition. Ultimate Limited Edition, sorry. And it's like the gold one. Alright, let's look at the steel case real quick here. Spectacular. Okay, well, there's nothing really on the inside. So it's mainly just the outside artwork. You got the Space Marine. And then over here you got the alien looking thing. I don't know what to call it. Nice gold and white pearl look to it. I don't know how to really explain it. And then you get this, okay? Now, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. It looks like a regular version of Warhammer 40k. Okay, it's not. It's not. So, essentially, what basically comes with this is you get all the updates on the disc, as well as the first season pass, okay? So that gives you, like, the story content, the updates that gave, like, the horde mode, the weapons, the cosmetics, all that stuff in the Season 1 pass or whatever. And then Season 2 pass, on the other hand, is actually a code. So, I mean, unfortunately, not all the content is on the disc, but you do get all the updates. You do get the first batch of the Season 1 battle, or not battle pass, but it's the Season 1 pass. So you do get a good chunk of stuff with this. So it is a great addition. I am very excited to play this, and like I said, guys, you go support this. I think it's a great physical release. I am going to make sure that it is updated on the disc, but I'm 99% sure it is because everybody I've seen play this version had the updates on the disc. And it's basically been confirmed at this point, even though it does look like I got the regular version of the game. Alright, now this one right here is actually not really rare per se. Well, it is rare. Okay, I can't find this at any used game shop. I can't find it anywhere, okay? And I wanted this new anyways, but even used, it was like 40 bucks. And, I haven't seen a used copy of this game in years. And, it cost me roughly $90, but I think it's going to be worth it. Now, I did get a edition, because if I would have got the standard edition, it would have been $10 cheaper. So, I got Sekiro, the Game of the Year edition. Okay? I don't know why this game was so rare to find, but it was. Now, I know a lot of people's going to be like, oh, well, there ain't no DLC with it. Why'd you get the Game of the Year edition? Supposedly, now I can't confirm this or not because I've heard different things about each, release. But supposedly the updates, like with all the, outfits and, bug fixes and all that's supposed to be on the disc. As well as getting, like, the things that was added afterwards, like, I think the boss rush mode. So everything should be on the disc, but I'm not 100% on that, so I'll have to get back with you on that. Okay, now we're getting to the big boy here. This thing cost me 3 digits. 3 whole digits. This thing, I'll be honest, I overpaid for. I shouldn't have paid as much as I did for it. What else? Again, I overpaid for it. It's just so rare, and it's so scalped at this point, that paying extra for it was just better, in my opinion, instead of, trying to wait till it dropped in price, because it probably never will. And I'll be honest, we'll probably never see another physical release for this game that I'm about to show you. So, I was going to wait, but it's been, at this point, I think, 2, maybe 3 years? I can't remember exactly. No, I think it was 3 years. Or no, 2, sorry. I think it's been 2 years, roughly, ever since this game's came out, and we've just never seen a physical release after this. So I don't think there's no plans to, unless if they're just waiting for some big-ass DLC to, put on the disc and re-release it, but I just don't believe that they're going to do it. I think this game is just stuck to the digital age and the limited run physical copies, of course. So I actually paid $170 for this, but holy shit. Woo-hoo. This thing is massive. Now, just compare it to a regular game here. Like, right about there. Like, look at that. It's like a, the art here, it's like a book, essentially. Whew, man, I'm so excited. This is a game that I've been wanting to play forever, Baldur's Gate 3. So we're going to open this real quick and I'll show you what's inside it. Now, originally, so the way this works basically is that I think it's called the NA version of the game, which is the American version of the game, it only ever got collector, like a physical release with collector's editions, like this edition, basically. Um, but in the Japan versions, they actually got like editions where it just came with the game, and it was actually cheaper to get. Now, I did see the Japan version of the game for only $70, but that version of the game, it censors a lot of the gore, and there is a lot of gore in the game, so it would be a lot of censored shit, and I just did not want to deal with it. So I went ahead and got this version. And to be honest, the collectibles really isn't worth it, in my opinion. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say it's the worst thing ever, but they could have done better with this whole collector's edition thing. And to be fair, I paid $50 over the standard price of it because a lot of people don't realize it, but just to get this edition, like when it first released, like just from like the actual website, it would cost you roughly $120, okay? Plus tax, okay? So, you know, in the end, I probably overpaid like $50 for this, but honestly, I really didn't see no other way of getting this game. And I mean, you know, maybe in the future it will get a physical release, but right now I want to play it, and I just don't see a physical release coming on at least. Try to get this off real quick for you guys. I know this is like almost a 30-minute video, so it's probably going to take a minute. But let's see. Just slide it out here. Oh, wow. Okay, this is nice. This is really cool. Got like a actual book now. See how this works here. It looks like it slides out, but I'm not sure. Huh. And also, something I'm kind of worried about here is it does look like it's been opened. Like, I mean, unless if it just opened like that, like, you know, just moving it around or something, but like the tape or whatever was just kind of off of it on one side. The other side looks good though, but one side just has the tape off, and I'm just like, that's not a good sign. Better have everything in here. Alright, I'm going to put this stuff aside real quick so I can make sure the game's actually in here, because that would not be good if it wasn't, guys. Holy, I would probably lose my shit. Okay, well, I see the game, so it's obviously in here. Alright. Let me make sure it's in the case before I actually say that. Gosh, I love the smell of the fresh game. Okay, we got the data disc and the... Okay. By the way, guys, it does come with 2 discs. Very rare to see that, honestly, nowadays. So we'll get into what comes in this, essentially, other than the game, because I'm sure a lot of you guys probably don't even know what comes in it. So let's just get into the meat and potato, or, well, the potatoes, anyways, here. So essentially, you get... does this fold out again? Oh, I guess it doesn't. I guess it's like a map, essentially. That's pretty cool. Something I'm probably not going to ever look at, but, you know, still cool to have. This, I assume, is a poster from the feel of it. I really don't want to pull this all out because then it's going to be a bitch to put back together, but yeah, there it is. Okay, and I surprisingly didn't fail miserably trying to put it back. That's good. Oh, maybe. Okay. And we got a bunch of stickers here. We got a bunch. Some cool ones. You know, you got those. I'm not going to try to take forever showing you these. These. And these are freaking cute. I like these, okay? I love these. They're like animated versions of the characters. Got like banners. More like, I assume, like cute monsters. And then think there's something else in here. Well, I know there's something else in here, but let's see how I get to it. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, this is cool. Now, let's see how I get this out. Oh, wow. Sweet. That is fantastic. Okay, so we get a CD of the whole soundtrack, by the way, which I know you can look this stuff up on YouTube, but it's still cool to own. You got all 3 discs there. It's freaking cool. Oh, there we go. And then looks like we get some patches. Yeah. You got like that patch, that patch. I believe that's everything. Yeah, that is everything. So, I mean, to be fair, you know, patches, stickers, posters, like, it's mainly all paper that you get for this collector's edition. That's why I said, really not that cool. I mean, I would have rather just, instead of getting all these, like, you know, random things, that we would have got just, like, a little tiny, like, well, actually, I'll show you what I'm talking about here. So, for my World War II pre-order, Call of Duty World War II pre-order, I got this, like, small size scale figure, okay? And, I mean, even though it's not the best looking figure, or statue, whatever you want to call it, it's still really cool, and it's one of my favorite collectibles that I have on this shelf in my game room. But I think instead of getting all that, if we just got something like this, I would have been a lot more satisfied, I guess. I don't know. I just can't justify, even if I didn't pay the scalper price for the game, paying the $120 for it. But either way, I mean, the only reason why I did that was for this. You know, I didn't care about getting all these collectibles and shit. I just wanted this game. So, there is that. But I'm very excited to play this. Like I said, guys, if you want to see more unboxing videos, you gotta let me know in the comments. That's the only way I'm going to do it. Otherwise, I'll just, you know, get the shit out, hurry up and everything, and just get the shit, you know, put it on my shelf. And by the way, I've ran out of room over here, and, actually... So, as you can see, like, I'm just filled. Like, my whole shelf is just filled. But either way, guys, that's been the unboxing today. Very big order, honestly. And honestly, very disappointed as well. I mean, there's just no excuse for getting, you know... How many was it again? Freaking...
I'd have slapped the shit out!
How many was it again? Freaking... 5, yeah, 5 games. All these games right here. And just to put in perspective how much this is, let's see, 70 plus 70, 40. So this is roughly like $250, $280 right here that came scratched up. So I mean, you know, that's essentially why I'm just saying, you know, it's not acceptable at all. I mean, I get it happening, you know, once or twice every once in a while, you know, 1 in 100 chance or whatever. But getting that all in the same order with 5 of them, that's almost half of my order. And actually, if you don't consider the Walking Dead movie or whatever, that would basically be half of my order of games. You know, just being absolutely scratched up and being in a terrible condition on arrival. Again, I want to post this and possibly see if they'll talk about giving me another copy, but I don't know if I want to mess with all that, you know, just too much of a hassle. Hopefully they work though, because again, some of those games were just fucking, they were scratched up. I mean, there's just no getting around that. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get this Resident Evil 9 installed. I'm very excited to play that game. Probably let you guys know how it is on a shore or something. And I'll probably let you guys know about the rest of the games too. But either way, it's been your boy, Ghostly159. And I'm out here. Peace, people. See you next time.
I'd have slapped the shit out!
Totally not gonna get mad. I am the most freaking normal person you have ever met. Never been mad once in my life. Of course he gets the fucking... Of course he gets the... Oh my god! Of course he gets the fucking... God damn it! Come on. I know you're... I know you're gonna rematch me, and I am not.
The second this fucking thing goes over, I am not rematching you!
La 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 la!